Well, good morning everyone and happy new year. Today is the 1st of January 2024. I suspect quite a few of you are probably waking up this morning pretty hungover, feeling a little bit rough. I worked last night, I've done a night shift last night, so although I'm a little bit tired, I'm actually pretty fresh, I'm not hungover. Didn't have any drinks last night obviously at work. So I thought, Joe, what, considering most of the boys are going to be like pretty much passed out all day, I thought I'd hit the beach, do a bit of fishing. I spoke to G, G's up and about as well, so it's currently 5 to 8 in the morning. I'm literally about to leave, go and pick G up, and we are going to do a little bit of fishing today. We're staying local, we're just going to fish South Beach, Yarmouth. We do normally fish North Beach, Yarmouth, that is a bit of a favourite bit of ours, but weather, it's a little bit on the windy side. They reckon come 11 o'clock, midday-ish, the wind is meant to die down quite a bit, but at the moment it's quite windy out there. When we fish North Beach, it's quite open and you really hit the full force of the wind there. So we're thinking if we go South Beach, right down by the Premier Inn, just behind the Premier, it's a little bit more protected there, so hopefully, yeah, hopefully we can stay out of the wind a little bit. Yeah, that is pretty much it. So yeah, literally just about to leave, jump in the car, pick G up, yeah, and we're heading straight down there. So I will see you when we are on South Beach at Great Yarmouth. So just arrived where we're parking up. We're literally right outside the Albies taxi shop there, and we'll literally, all we do, walk through that car park there. There's a little gap there, down them steps, and that's it. We're on the beach. Don't seem as breezy here as it was when I left my house, but by the time we get down there and get down, I reckon it'll be okay. All this here, I said it on the last time I fished here, this is all free parking all along here. I watched a video the other day, I can't remember the guy's channel, but he parked it in that car park over there and he done a pay and display. And then about 5-6 weeks later, he got a letter through the post saying that he hadn't paid and displayed, then he was getting a £100 fine. Yeah, now in that one there, you can pay and display. He done the pay and display, he put the money in the meter, paid for the fin, and then he got a letter through saying he hadn't paid, but luckily he kept the receipt. So it got squashed, right, but it was just a lot of hassle. And for the fact of like having hassle there, or park here, free parking. Do you know what I mean? Just free parking. Right, anyway, let's get the car unloaded and let's get down on that beach. Right, here we are. So, yeah, as I pointed out earlier, we're literally just parked on the road the other side of there. We walked down those steps, across the dune. Not so high. Last time I was here, those dunes, they were like 6 foot high. So we've obviously had some waves coming up and crashing into them, knocking them down. Tide is on the way in. It's currently about 10 past 8 in the morning. High tide is 12 o'clock midday. And the wind is blowing that way as well. So that's why it's kicking the surf up a little bit. The wind is blowing against that sea coming in. And that's got a nice surf to it, man. Look at that. Nice colour, nice surf. Just that little bit windy. I've just checked the weather app and it's saying at 12 o'clock midday, the wind should totally die off. So we've just got about 3 hours. Right, G's main start already. Right, let's get these rods set up and let's get some bait into that water. Right, all baited up, ready to go. Left hand side, we've got a pulley pennel on here, only a short one, because it's quite windy and it's quite choppy. I don't want it too long because it can twist around on itself. So I ain't got too long on one there, but I've got a squid down here on the pulley pennel. Right hand side, we've got 2 hook flapper. I've got a little bit of squid at the top and we've got a bit of mackerel at the bottom. Mackerel's pretty mushy though, look at it. I'll show you my bait in a minute. Joe, what I had in the freezer, I've defrosted it. I've got it in a bag with an ice block as well to keep it, so I know it goes mushy when it gets warm. But even though it's got a, oh, come on, right, let's get this out. Come on, first cast of 2024. So we're out there. I cast the pulley pennel, that was on the left hand side. The tide is really pulling to the right. So by the time I'd get it cast out and pick the other rod up, that line was already round there. So I've moved the pulley pennel to the right hand side and the 2 hook flapper I put on that hand side. Something's playing up with this clutch though. This ball I don't know why it's not fitting on that runner properly. I've got a metal spool in the box, but I just need to put some shock leader on it. So I might do that. I might put some fresh shock leader on that, put the decent spool on there, and then just reattach it. Cold is not the word. My fingers, by the time I put that bait on, because the squid only come out of the freezer a while ago, hands are absolutely numb. What is the temperature at the moment? 7 degrees, and we have got a 21 mile an hour wind. Although we are slightly protected, I'll tell you what, if we were up the other end, if we were up on North Beach where we normally fish, we would be getting absolutely battered by this wind. Absolutely battered. But we've only got a couple of hours and the wind should start dying down. So, baits. I'm only using fish baits today. We've got squid and mackerel. I went to Pownall's yesterday, day before? Yesterday? I don't even know. Picked up a whole bag of squid from Pownall's, and we got 3 mackerel. But look at the mackerel, look, it's just falling apart. And I've had it in this, look, I've got an ice block in there and everything, but it's just going to, like, it's just mushing up. But I've hooked it through the flesh, I've hooked it through the skin and back through the skin, so hopefully it stays on there a little bit. Right, I'm going to get some heat back in my hands, and then I might put some new shock leader on that metal spool and put the metal spool back on that rod. Because if I get something decent on there, I'm going to have trouble adjusting the clutch. As you adjust the clutch, the whole spool's spinning round. Oh, right, keep my hands in my pocket, warm my hands up a bit, sort that spool out, and yeah, this is it. First day of fishing 2024. Let it hopefully be a successful day. Well, that was G's first cast, and his rod was knocking a little bit, so he's had a little strike. So could be something on there. I've got a feeling though, I've got a feeling there's going to be a few crabs about today. I've got a feeling our bait's going to be getting pinched by the crabs a little bit. But we'll find out when he brings that in if his bait's still on there. Has he got anything on there? Nah. But his bit of squid's still on there. Bottom bit's been stripped. But the top bit's still on there. So if there was loads of crabs around, that would have both been stripped. Right, I've got that spool, the metal one. They're better than the plastic ones anyway. And I've just put all new shock leader on there. So when I reel that left one in, I'm just going to snip the line, take that spool off, put that metal one on, and then I know I've got a good spool on there that's working with the clutch. The last 2-3 times I've been fishing, I've had snags. And when I've had snags and I've lost it, and I've just keep putting new spools on, and yeah, I haven't been like reloading them back up with a shock leader. So, but that's the plan. My left one as well, my left one's having a little move. But it is a windy day, innit? Like I say, it's hard to tell when it's windy. But when you look at the left and the right, considering the right one is staying still and the left one's moving, yeah, do you know what? I think I've got something on that left. Unless it's crabs, like what you just... Let's have a look. I think I've got something on that left one. Let's have a look. That, and we got ourselves a little whiting. First cast of 2024, first fish of 2024. We got ourselves a little whiting. Come on! Hey, G's just reeled his other rod in.
What's that?
G's reeling his other rod in, and he's pulled a whiting out.
Yeah.
Look at that, G. First cast of the year. First cast. Look at that. First cast, and we're pulling fish out. I know it's only a whiting, give it half hour and I've pulled about another 10 out. I'll be like, bloody not another whiting, but what a way to start the year. Yeah! Right, there we go. I'll put that metal spool on there now. So that clutch is working absolutely fine on that one. Fresh bait's gone on that and I've thrown it back out. I pulled the pulley panel in. That whole squid absolutely untouched. So I'll just put a little bit more bait elastic around it and that's gone straight back out. But at the moment, I'll say we are doing all right. First cast, first fish. What is the time now? 9:15. 9:15, and I think, yeah, 12 o'clock is high tide. So we've got 3 hours. But I'm guessing it's going to sort of come up to about here. That's my guess. Right, let's keep an eye on these rods and hopefully get something decent. Well, that's the most important bit done. Cup of tea has been made. It is fresh down here. I've whacked the hat on, man. We've got the hat on now. I've got my thick jacket down there, so if I do get really, really cold, I can't whack the jacket on. I'm not, it is fresh, it is chilly, but I'm not like, it's not freezing cold, do you know what I mean? But it is fresh, but I have this cup of tea. If this cup of tea don't warm me up, then yeah, I might have to put the jacket on. Oh. Sun's out though, nice clear blue skies. Like I say, it's just that wind, but like the weather people are saying, I'll keep watching the weather app and come 11 o'clock that is meant to die off. Right, G's reeling in and he just sort of looked up at me and nodded his head. So I think that's the universal sign for I've got a fish on here. We will find out. He's bringing this in now. Let's see what he's got on here. Yeah, he's got sand on there. It just surfaced on top of the water. It looks like a whiting to me. Whiting, yeah, another little whiting, 2 for G. And so what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to do a species hunt. I know you can do them properly. I know you can register online and you put your name down and you blah blah blah, but I'm just going to do it for myself, for my own personal thing. So basically I'm going to get a sheet of paper, I'm going to write all fish down, whiting, dabs, flounder, place, and yeah, as I catch the fish, tick them off the list, so it gives myself an aim for the whole year. Some of the fish means we're going to have to do another little trip, either down to Dorset or Devon or Cornwall, because I'm going to be writing things down like garfish, conger eels, blah blah blah, which you don't catch along here on Norfolk. So we will in the summer have to take a little trip somewhere to try and get some of them. Obviously I'm going to get cod written down, place written down, all sorts of fish. So what I'm going to do the list, and every time I go fishing, when I come back, if I've caught that species of fish, tick it off the list. And hopefully by the end of the year, have every single fish ticked off. And if I do that, I'm going to treat myself to a beer. But it just makes it, not the fishing a bit more interesting, but it's just something to aim for, isn't it? Just something to do. And if you get to the end of the year and you've managed to tick every single fish off that list, then yeah, absolutely buzzing. One of the fish obviously going to be written down is cod. So again, I mean we're into January now. January and February still produce cod along the Norfolk coast, so we're still with a chance of getting a winter cod out in the first couple of early months of the year. If I can get a cod out in like January, then get that ticked off the list and I'm absolutely buzzing, off to a flying start. If I don't get a cod by sort of January, February, then it's leaving it right to the end of the year for next winter. But it's just a little thing I'll come up with. Right, both them rods are shaking around. I'm guessing that's the wind, because they're both having a bit of movement. But I'm going to finish my cup of tea, I'm going to reel them in, and I'll check the bait anyway, and we'll see if we've got anything little on there. There we go, second cast, and the second fish. And we pulled a little dab out. So that is another one that's going to get ticked off my list. I've got 2 ticks already and 2 casts. And again, look, nice big hook. So just in the top of his mouth, he hasn't swallowed it right down. So nice and easy to get him off, and we're throwing back in. Only a little one, but still tick on the list, isn't it? Another little dab out, absolutely a tiny. But again, look, hooked just in the top of the mouth. That's going to come out nicely, do you know what I mean? G's walking up and down the beach, he's snagged up down there. He's got caught on a snag, which is quite rare along here. It's normally not quite a sandy bottom. Right, let's get him off and we're getting back in. Yeah, I forgot to mention on that last one, so both them dabs I caught have both been on the mackerel. The only thing I've caught on the squid was that whiting, but the 2 dabs I've just pulled out, yeah, they were both on the mackerel. And I remember last time I used mackerel up on North Beach, I was catching loads of dabs as well. Right hand side pulley pennel, squid has come off. I've got like a mackerel head pretty much on there, so I'm after something big on that right hand side. If there is anything big and there is anything decent out there, that's what I'm targeting with the pulley pennel. Left hand side, just scratching around, like I say, whiting dabs, pouting, anything that wants to come along and have a nibble. But right hand side, after something big. Just had a notification come up on my phone. Brett Fishing Diaries, he is live at the moment on Galston Pier, and he just said on his video it's pretty windy up on the pier as well. Yeah, and the finish, Joe, what if the wind blows east or west on the pier, you can kind of get behind that shelter a little bit. Sorry, if it's north and south, if it's going that way or that way, you can get behind the little hut. Because it's blowing that way, you ain't really got anywhere there to get any like shelter from the wind, I don't think. So I think he's pretty much stuck in the elements out there. And also, he hit 1,000 subscribers a few days ago. So nice one to that, Brett. Well done, mate. He's at his 1k subs, which is good. So you're obviously doing something right there, Brett, aren't you? If you're getting the subscribers and people are watching your videos, you're doing something right, buddy. So I'll tell you what, that one I put out with a whole mackerel head was nice having a little bounce around a minute ago. And if something goes for that, that's got to be decent. No crabs, like I say, when we are reeling in, there's either a fish on the hook or there's bait left on the hook. So there's no crabs out there, nothing's pinching the bait. G, like I say, got snagged a minute ago, we reeled it in, he lost the weight. The weight is down there, so I think where it's quite a sandy bottom and the weight is in the ground, because it's quite choppy, yeah, it's only got to do that with a bit of sand, cover the weight a little bit, and it gets snagged right in. Right, left hand side is having a right hole. Left hand side is having a right hole. Little wobble up there. Anyway, we'll keep the eye on them. We'll keep watching and we'll be back if we've got anything to show. Right, G thinks he's on something big here. G's having trouble reeling that in, and whatever it was just come up on the surface of the water. Can you feel it on there? Can you feel something on there, yeah?
Yeah, look out there, watch. Comes out the water, look.
He's definitely on, he can feel it on. But he said as he was reeling in, he was looking out, he see it come up on the surface of the water.
Look at it, look. Look at it.
That's a ray, isn't it?
No. What is that?
What has he got?
It's a ray.
He's got a ray. G's got a ray. Let me grab this line. I'll pull it out. Yeah, you got a ray, G?
Yes.
Hey, thornback.
Yes. Jumping up.
Yes, G.
Yes. On my list.
Hey,
Yeah.
thornback ray, G.
Another one.
There we go. Look at that. Nice little thornback ray.
New Year's
Wicked.
Day,
New Year's Day. New Year's Day. What a start to the year this is going to be. Look at that. He see it come up on the surface. As he was reeling it in, he popped up and he was like, what the hell was that? It's jumped up. He's gone back in. And what was that on? Squid?
Squid. We're up again.
That's on squid. Look at that. Oi, mate, look. G is buzzing, mate. Look, I'm happy for him as well. He's absolutely buzzing. Thornback ray. Oi, get in there. Well, I don't know if you can clock that group of people up there, but they've just come ashore in the dinghy. Like literally, the dinghy's just come up. We see it out there. Turn me back for a couple of minutes, and the next one I know, it's come up on the beach, and there's what, 15 people down there. They've all just jumped out of a dinghy, but I don't know if. Yeah, I think they're doing something. I don't think they're like dodgy. I think they're actually using the dinghy to like. So a couple of them are getting their clothes off and look like they're getting sort of wetsuits on and that. It's hard to tell. I've got the sun squinting in the eyes and they're quite far away. But it was just a bit bizarre how 1 minute we saw a dinghy. Yeah, look, that kid's gone running in the water. Yeah, I think they're just making most of the sea, I think. I don't think there's anything too untoward going on up there. But it's just a bit bizarre how like, I see a dinghy and then I look around the dinghies on the beach and then I see about 15 people all like around it. It just look really dodge. But look, the kids are all shouting, they're running in the water. No, I keep my eye on them. I think they're just down here for the fun of the seaside. But did look bizarre, I ain't gonna lie. Just made myself another cup of tea. I think that's my third or fourth cup I think I've made. Trying to keep myself a bit warm. It's just gone 11 o'clock and we started fishing. We got here at 8, so we must have been in the water fishing by 8:30. So two and a half hours we've been fishing for now. I'm trying to think now what oh, G just pulled another whiting out. He pulled a double shut out before that car. The one before we reeled in, he had 2 whiting on there. So we've done alright today, haven't we, really? Can't think what have I had out. 2-3 whiting, 2-3 dabs. So, you know, so G ain't had a dab out yet. He's had whiting out, but he's had the thornback ray out, didn't he? So he's over the moon with that, absolutely over the moon. So yeah, just gone 11 o'clock, so we've got an hour till high tide. So I don't think we ain't even got to move the rod rest or nothing. I think we're still going to be plenty far back. Hour till high tide, and then I don't know, we'll probably fish another hour after that, probably fish till about 1ish. And then we'll pack down, get home, get the heating on, warm myself up. So, yeah, so we've still got a couple of hours of fishing left yet. So I wouldn't mind getting a ray out, I tell you. That'd be nice, that'd be decent to get one of them out. That'd be decent. Be another species to tick off my list. Well, another species for G to tick off his list. He's just pulled a little pouting in. Again, he ain't even took the hook right down. Look, nicely hooked. Get him out nice and easy.
Yeah.
Oh, another species. That's another tick for G. So what can G tick off his list now? He can tick off whiting, ray and pouting. Come on now, that's what I need. I need another species. I need something different to come out so I can tick it off my list. Right, just pulled out a double whammy. We've got a tiny little whiting on the top, and again big hook, so he's just in the mouth, and we pulled out a dab on the bottom. Bit bigger than the ones I had out this morning. He's not a bad size. Oh. Bit bigger than the one this morning, but again look, he's only hooked in the mouth there, so nice and easy to get out. Right, we'll get him off and we'll get these back in. Well, G's just had another double shot out. He's had a whiting and a pouting. I've not had no poutings out today at all. All I'll be getting out is whiting and dabs. And yet G's not even had a dab out yet. He's not had a dab. And it's just literally 12 o'clock now, so that is it. We are on high tide right now. So yeah, like I said, I think we're going to give it another hour. We're going to fish to about 1. But definitely getting cold, that breeze. Look, my eyes are watering a bit now. My eyes are starting to. I don't know if that's tiredness though. Don't forget I did do a night shift last night. I think it's joint tiredness and joint cold wind blowing in my face. Right, time to make a cup of tea. Right, well G's just pulled out his first dab of the day. So that's another species for him. So what's he had so far on his species? He's had whiting, pouting, dab and a ray. So that's 4 we can tick off already. I've only had whiting and dabs. I can only tick 2 off at the moment. But he's had about 4 or 5 pouting out now, so I don't know why I'm not putting the poutings out. But saying that, I've had about 6, 7, 8 dabs out before we got his first dab. So, but it's 12:15, so we've got about 45 minutes left. So hopefully in 45 minutes, if I can get a pouting out, that'll be another species ticked off my list. So I think, going by the list that I've seen and what's down there, I think it's going to be between 40-50 fish on the list, I believe. So if we get 3 or 4 ticked off, but like I say, some of them, like gurnards, garfish, wrasse, like a lot of them fish are sort of south coast as opposed to Norfolk. so we might have to do another trip like we did last year. Last year we went to Dorset for the week. We might have to do another trip down to like Devon, Cornwall, something like that, and that'd obviously help us with a few of the other species, because we're quite limited to the species of fish we get up here, especially like conger eels and that. We don't get conger eels along this coast. So we're just saying, yeah, we might have to have another trip down to the south coast at some point this year, and yeah, that'll help us target some of the other species. Well, both them rods just absolutely bounced then. I know the wind's blowing a little bit, but I mean they both absolutely. Oh, just give me a pouting out. At least if I get a pouting, I can at least tick three of me species off. Just coming up to 20 to 1. So the right hand side pulley panel, I'm going to get this rod packed down. I've caught nothing on this rod all day. Literally I've just been putting whole baits out there, big baits, trying to get something decent. That rod has caught nothing. Everything I've caught has been on the left hand side rod, the 2-hook flapper. I've just put some fresh squid on that, thrown that out. So that'll probably be the last cast on that rod while I'm packing this one down. And fingers crossed, I can just get a different species out. Like I say, a little pouting, dogfish, anything like that. Just get something different out, just so I can tick off my list. So I said to G, what I'll probably do is, I've got my laptop at home, but I need to jump on my other computer because that's got a Word program on it. And if I go on the Word program, I can actually print out a proper form and get all the fishes down, all the, like I say, 40 odd, 50 odd species, get them all written down, and then that's it. Once they're written down, I'll photocopy one off of G as well, and then we can start ticking them off. But at the moment, I've only got 2 ticks, G's got 4. But like I say, last cast, you never know, I could get something different out. Right, let's start getting this right hand side packed down. Just reeled this left hand side one in, and we got a double shot of whiting. Tiny little one at the top there, and again he's not that much bigger down the bottom. Yeah, just in the hooks, just in the mouth there. Nice, easy to get off. Nice and easy to get off. Right, let's get these off. Another 2 whiting. Right, that is it. It is 1 o'clock. All packed down, and we are ready to go. So yeah, not bad really. Like I say, first day of fishing for 2024, and we didn't blank. I had whiting out, I had dabs out, G had whiting, dabs, pouting, and a nice little thornback crate as well. Just put the icing on the cake. So good start to the new year, very good start. Yeah, let's get yourselves home. Everything's all packed down, ready to go as usual. Rubbish is all in there to go in the bin as soon as we get up the top. Ain't got too far a walk anyway. Look up that little dune through that car park, and we're back in the car. Right, massive thank you for watching, guys. Like I say, I am going to get that sheet printed out, and yeah, we're going to start this species hunt. We'll start getting them ticked off, and that'll be something good then. It'll give us like a bit of a challenge, give us something to like aim for, want it to get to do that. That will be good. Right, we are out of here. Right, massive thanks, guys. Happy New Year, and see you on the next video.